What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. My name is Bricks, and today I'm going to be showing you this Republic gunship that I made out of 2 of the new Republic fighter tank sets. If you would like the PDF version of these instructions, they are available on my Patreon page at the lowest level, which is just $3, and with that you'll also have early access to future instructions that I'll be putting out. So if you're interested in supporting me on Patreon and having those great benefits, make sure you click the Patreon link in the description. Otherwise, if you would like the free version of the instructions, they're going to be in the second half of this video. First, we're going to do a bit of an overview about the build, which I would definitely recommend watching before you start building. So as soon as these new Republic fighter tank sets came out, I just knew I had to make a gunship out of them, and this is the result. So at the very front are these ball turret blasters. Unfortunately, they are not posable. They're just a little bit loosey-goosey because they're connected on these Technic pins, and that's just because the few moving parts that were in this set I needed to save for the doors, wings, and windscreen. And speaking of the windscreen, this piece is the only additional piece you will need outside of the 2 fighter tank sets. It's the same windscreen I used on my last alternate build, and it's part number 92579. You can find it in a few sets like the Mandalorian Starfighter, or you can just buy it on its own on Bricklink or eBay. Under the windscreen, there's room for 2 figures to sit, one behind the other, and they each have a little control panel to operate the ship with. Just behind the cockpit area are these little archways on either side. Normally there would be blasters here, but I just didn't have enough pieces to make that work, so you can just have a minifigure looking out. Moving up top, there's a little slope section that leads up to the missile tubes and the engines. Not much to say here, but they are very important parts of the ship. And that leads us to the wings. Again, they're pretty simple, but they have that Republic logo on there, which I think fits really, really well. At the rear of the ship, you can see the back parts of the engines, as well as this little hatch that does fold down, and the hatch is actually connected using extra droid arm pieces that came in the set. So now I'll open up the doors and show you the interior. The doors are on just a double hinge system, so they slide right open, and as you can see, there's a decent amount of room in here. You could fit all 6 of the 187th troopers that you get in these 2 sets in here, as well as both Mace Windus if you wanted to, or if you had some extra 501st or other troopers lying around, you can really stuff it full. I was able to fit 9 troopers in the troop bay, plus Mace Windu, plus another 2 in the pilot seat, so that makes for a total of 12 minifigures. Just a quick note about the doors, they are pretty floppy when you have them open, so I tend to just keep them closed, and this is meant to be more of a display set anyway. Like a lot of my builds, it's not really designed for play. It's not up to quite the same standard as a normal Lego set would be for playing with, so just keep that in mind. And along with that, I will definitely say the best place to pick this up is at the bottom. Just make sure when you scoop it up that your fingers do not rest on this little bar where the hatch is connected, because that will probably break off. You want to get them all the way under there and support the main base plates of the build. Now this red section by the doors on either side, I have picked it up here before, but several times the bottom has fallen out from under me, which is why I would advise against doing that, and I would also advise against picking it up from the front, because the whole back section can just come off, so definitely please keep that in mind. So that's pretty much the overview of the build. I did want to show one more thing really quick before we get to the instructions. I tried to come up with a way to modify the cockpit to have 2 bubble windshields instead of the 1 to look more accurate to the actual gunship. So I have 2 of these windscreens that were used on the 2013 Republic gunship, as well as a few extra pieces, including 2 plate handle pieces, a 2x2 brick, and a 1x2 plate. There is some rearranging that you need to do in order to make these fit, which you can see here. And the finished product, to be honest with you, I really don't think it looks that good. However, this would probably be a good starting point if someone wanted to make this and try and modify it more to make it look more accurate to the actual Republic gunship. So anyway, that does it for the overview on this build. Again, if you want the PDF instructions, check out the Patreon link in the description. If you want the free instructions, I'll have them coming up in just 1 second. Otherwise, I would love it if you press that subscription button and the like button as well, and go ahead and let me know what you think about this alternate build down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.